Well, we've been talking tonight about what our military may have to do in Syria or Iraq. But I recently sat down with two veterans who recently served overseas and sacrificed a lot for you and me, for this country. We met them through the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. That was established in honor of Stephen Siller, the FDNY firefighter who strapped 60 pounds of gear on his back on 9/11 and ran through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel to the World Trade Center towers to help save Americans. He lost his own life that day. Now, the Tunnel to Towers organization is giving back with their Building for America's Bravest program. Through that, they build smart homes for catastrophically wounded service members. Earlier, I spoke to these two vets about how the smart homes will help them. Veteran Marine Corporal Todd Love. He was injured by an IED explosion while serving in Afghanistan back in 2010. He lost both legs above the knee and his left arm. He recently received the keys to his new smart home, and Tom McRae is a veteran Marine gunnery sergeant who was injured in Afghanistan in 2012 by an IED explosion. He lost both legs, his left arm, and sustained injuries to his eyes and brain. He is currently waiting for groundbreaking on his new home. Guys, thank you very much for being here.
Hey, how's it going?
Todd, it's great to see you because we've been doing this for 3 years now, and less than a month ago, you got your home.
Exactly.
How is it?
I love it. I've been living there for 3 weeks, and you know, I can actually take my prosthetic off, and I can get around the entire home without even having to wear my arm. And you know, I have the washer and dryer. I can wash my own clothes and stuff finally. And the kitchen's nice too. Me and my brother usually are fighting in the kitchen, but we have plenty of room to.
Your brother's messing with you?
I still run into him anyways, but I mean, I got more space now.
You tell him he's going to have to mess with me if he's messing with you. Now, I understand one of the things you're really particularly enjoying is all the laundry you're doing.
Oh, actually, my brother helps me out a lot with it, but it's nice to not have to travel, you know. And if my brother's not home or something, I can easily get in there and I can wash it myself. And you know, it's a blessing to be able to do that.
I love talking to you because in talking to all of you guys throughout the years, what I realize is it's a very humbling experience. You know, it's just completely humbling to the core because you've been through so much, obviously. But you have such a good attitude. And just looking back over prior things we've discussed, one of the things that stands out to me is you say you have gained so much more than you've lost. Explain that.
I'm definitely more in tune with my senses. I pay closer attention. I have to. You know, I have all these problems, obvious issues, and if I don't actively try to solve them, then it just makes my life harder. So having a positive attitude is really just, it's the path of least resistance.
Wow. When I hear about the outpouring of love and support for you as well from other sources, it really underscores the best of our country and the best of, you know, not just regular Americans, but companies as well. Because one of the things Todd does, despite his injuries, is, believe it or not, and this is the first of many things that's going to wow you, he plays piano, right? And we've got a little video of that. Let's watch. Fantastic. And tell the audience what was given to you as a result of that becoming public.
That piano in the video actually is sitting in my living room, and it's actually my favorite piano I've ever even played on. It sounds beautiful in the room that it's in, and me and my brother both have been sitting down playing it at least, you know, for an hour, like every day.
It's Steinway & Sons. They found out that despite your injuries, they still play, and they donated a piano for use in your new home, which is one of the reasons we're doing this segment, is because you can help too. You can be your own little Steinway and try to help these guys get the homes that they deserve. I want to talk to you as well, Tom. Thank you so much. This is our first time meeting. You're from Alaska, and you are a pistol. You are, I mean, this guy wrestles alligators and so on, and Tom is raising a 6-year-old daughter as a single dad despite your injuries.
Yes, yes.
How are you managing that?
Well, I do get some help.
Your mom?
my mother.
Yeah, God love her.
But I was already a single father before I was wounded, so it just kind of kept going, just in a different manner.
Look at your beautiful daughter, Aiden. She's so sweet, and I'm sure your family has just been through so much, but I know you haven't yet gotten one of these homes, and one of the reasons you say you want it because it'll give you your independence, but also safety. There's a safety issue for you.
Safety for me and my family.
Explain that.
And it's stuff like, you know, falling down. When you know, normal people don't have to worry about it, but when I have to get into, say, a shower, that in a place that's not made specifically for that, I risk falling down 50% of the time I'm going to do it. And then who do I have at my house to call for? My 6-year-old daughter.
Right, right.
But so it is a safety thing.
You served 5 tours of duty. 5 tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan. 6?
Yeah, well, 6 total.
It's
but
incredible.
5 in Iraq and Afghanistan.
And you say that you were, part of the unit that was supposed to be detecting the explosives and
Yes.
missed one.
I say you can't find all of them. Even when you are the bomb guy, you are the person that everybody calls when they find one.
But still, the incredible part to me, Tom, is you say you don't regret anything. That you would do it all over again if you could. Really?
Yes. Yeah. I don't regret a thing. So I lost some limbs. That was something that may have happened, and I knew it may very well happen when I was deploying. But if I could, I would go back and do everything all over again.
Really? I know you want, among other things, sort of the cabinets that will help you have your
Yes.
independence. And I know you're also interested in the laundry, but I think you should talk to Todd, who really is not necessarily savoring that particular piece of his smart home.
No, it's brought up because I can't get into my laundry room at my house.
Oh, poor thing. Your poor mother.
My mom
She's
has
the one.
to do it.
She's the one.
But yeah, I can't. It's not wide enough for me to get a ramp and a wheelchair into it.
But in all seriousness, the reason I mention it is because you've got, Todd, you, for example, you're out there literally wrestling alligators. He's been wrestling. Let's show some of that because I think we have video of that.
There you go. Just stay right where you're at.
By making him move this gator by himself. It can be a real easy situation that can go bad real quick.
Can you put idiot?
It wasn't my smartest decision, but...
Yes, so you decided to do that. You have no fear about jumping out of airplanes. You have no fear of wrestling alligators. You say you'd go back out there and detect, look at this, and try to detect bombs all over again. You guys, you have no fear. You have incredible courage. And yet the one thing you don't have is your independence, because when you come back here, it's very hard to live bound full-time to a wheelchair and missing 3 out of your 4 limbs. And Tom, to the people out there who are looking at this saying, well, I got a lot of things I got to worry about. I don't know if I can worry about Todd and Tom. What do you want to say?
I just say, take a minute out of your day to step back and look what's been given to you without having to work for it. All of your freedoms, the fact that you will never be personally forced to have to go and defend that, and take a minute to look at that, and then think about what you'd be willing to give for it.
Amen. And we got to get this man, Tom, and that beautiful daughter, Aiden, into a home. And we can do it. That's the beauty of it. It just takes money. It takes money and goodwill and donations from well-meaning people. And we have so many of those who watch the Fox News Channel. Gentlemen, thank you for your service. Thank you for being here. God bless you.
Thank you for having us.
Wow. If you want to help them, you can. Call the number Tunnel2, the numeral 2, or you can log on to tunneltotowers.org. It's the website at the bottom of the screen. You can make a donation and learn more about these guys. You also need to know about this man, Army Captain Edward Flip Klein. He's a quadriplegic, hurt in an IED explosion 2 years ago in Afghanistan. He and his wife Jessica were in a regular home that caught fire just weeks ago. They managed to escape, but his home and his specially equipped van were burned. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is putting his house on the fast track, moving Captain Klein to the top of the list to help him or any of these guys. Again, tunneltotowers.org, tunneltotowers.org, tunneltotowers.org. We'll be right back.